Today on Drawbli we are drawing
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer characters, aka claymation characters, or stop motion.
It's gonna be a long title for this one. You can join us by sharing your art online using the hashtag Drawbli and click the subscribe button. Of course, click the subscribe button.
Please
if
do.
you please, our well-being doesn't no.
Put food on the table.
Click it if you want, if you enjoy the show. Yeah. Anyway, we're doing some claymay, as we call it in the biz. Some claymay characters. You are doing Clarice, the Durr.
Yeah, I was gonna do the abominable snowman.
Because I'm doing Cornelius.
But I did chicken out. I took a look at him. He's a big
I said
ball
he's a
of white fur.
That's what I said. I said he's kind of boring and like might be hard to make interesting.
Well, if I can make Clarice here interesting,
Which I think you can.
I think so.
And Cornelius, which is
Cornelius is just by default interesting.
He's a fun guy.
Uh-huh.
Well, he's not a fun guy, but he's
gosh.
he's a fun guy.
He's probably real popular at parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. The company my dad works for is actually called Cornelius.
Oh, that's cool.
And I've never made this connection until right now.
Is he their mascot?
Yeah, he is actually. No, I just said I've never made this connection. But yeah, fun stuff, Cornelius. He's a fun character. He's just like the everyman, I feel like. He's the guy that everybody loves. You know, our prompt for this was just claymation characters.
Yeah, it was.
That's what we were going to do, like Christmas claymay characters. But we both did gravitate towards the same film. I feel like
What other Christmas claymation is there though?
there's like the Mrs. Claus one where I can't remember exactly. But so there's the Mrs. Claus one. I forget what happens in that one. There is also the what Jack Frost, I guess, is what it's about. There's like the heat miser and the freezy guy.
Oh, and those aren't all in this original one, are they?
They're not in. Well, I don't know if this is the original, but they're all like kind of from the same era.
Yeah, there is a series, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I want to say there's like maybe 5. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I feel like there's a bunch of them.
Oh, well, they're pretty good.
But the Rudolph one, in my mind, is the classic.
Right.
But each year, like if we still had cable television or whatever, you could watch all of these. They always like air all the Christmas movies. They also do what's the I think it's just called The Christmas Story, the one with Ralphie. You'll shoot your eye out. That one.
Yeah, you know, I've actually never watched that one.
Oh, what? Are you
know,
serious?
I know.
We gotta watch it then. Not that it's like good, but it's
we always watch
a classic.
It's a Wonderful Life.
That is also a classic.
I do like that one actually. So dramatic.
Yeah.
With his gun and his pleading on the bridge.
Oh, we just watched. That's right. We just watched the special for what's the
Solar Opposites.
Solar Opposites, which is kind of like a Rick and Morty-esque show because I think it's made by the same people.
Yeah, they did a spin-off of a movie that I had totally forgotten about, Jingle All the Way.
Oh yeah.
Which I had no idea that was Arnold Schwarzenegger in that movie.
You did not know.
I remember watching it and being.
It's been a long time since I've seen
it,
and we should actually watch it.
Should we? Some things are better left as happy, nostalgic memories,
You
right?
might be right. But yes, that was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Probably at the tail end of his film career, I would guess.
You think?
I honestly
Maybe
don't.
that was the beginning.
No.
Maybe that's how he got his big break.
It's absolutely not. I'm pretty sure like Predator
And then they were like, he was so good in Jingle All the Way, let's get him for Terminator.
I believe Predator was like actually, I'm not entirely sure what came first. The Predator or the egg. Predator or Terminator or what? He's in quite a few of those action-y movies though. But yeah, I wonder who these movies came out a long time ago. I wonder if like the voice actors were recognizable to people of that time, like, oh, that's so and so.
Oh yeah,
because these
like,
came out.
I know their voice in something else.
I want to say this came out in like the 40s or
of course, there would have been fewer animated movies back then in general, so the odds of you being really familiar with different voice actors was probably a lot lower.
Also,
'Cause you would just-
there might, like, they might have just got, like, whoever to do the voices, you know? Because voice acting wasn't really a thing back then. It was just kind of a new thing, right? Like, there weren't voice actors back then.
Or maybe it was just even more competitive than it even is today, because there was just less to go around, but maybe it was still like a big deal.
I feel like it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah,
I feel like
right.
animated movies might have been like the no-name thing to be in way back then. Because, like, think of Cinderella, right? Is it Cinderella? Is that like the old one, right? With her dress that changes colors?
That's Sleeping Beauty.
Sorry. They all, I don't know. The old ones, like, all blend together to me. But, like, the people who do the voices for that, like, I don't think they're anybody, like, that you would recognize. But maybe not.
No, I guess the only ones that are pretty well known are the ones for Ariel and Pocahontas that I can think of. Maybe.
And
maybe
Ariel, well,
Mulan.
Ariel's not, like, that old.
Ariel?
Little Mermaid?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how old those movies are anymore. Yeah, some of those princess movies, though, are pretty old by this time.
I would not know, but not 1940s old. Little Mermaid's like
Oh, definitely not, no.
no older than the 80s, and I don't even know if it's that old. I would guess that it is though.
Yeah, Cinderella is probably like the 50s or the 60s, maybe.
Cinderella? Mm-hmm. What? Sleeping Beauty is the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty is like 1940. Anyway, voice actors way back in the day. Totes not a big deal.
Probably not.
Like, you grab your mailman and you're like, hey, you want to be in this
You want to be in
flick?
the movies?
You want to be in the movies, son? Yeah, sure. Would
No.
you? So, like, what do you even compare movies to today? Like, you want to be in a TikTok?
Oh my goodness.
Like, what even is there that's like, I don't know. I feel like that was a unique era where it's like you could have grabbed anybody and been like,
Maybe there was a lot
Time to
more
be a
like
movie
live
star.
entertainment back then, you know, like you want to be in vaudeville?
vaudeville.
A vaudeville show?
Abby, what is vaudeville?
I think it was just like a little bit of everything show.
Yeah, like I when I think of vaudeville, I don't really have any specific picture that comes to mind personally. I'm realizing also that Cornelius kind of looks a little bit like Mario, and that
Oh, really?
that kind of scares me. Oh, he's
You
done
just
it
kind
again.
of subconsciously gravitated.
Well, he's wearing a red hat, and he's got a big old brown mustache that I'm sitting here drawing, and I'm like, this kind of looks like Mario's mustache, just longer. And I'm like, oh no, I've done it again.
Aww.
I've made Mario a 100th time, probably a 200th time by this point.
I think if I had to draw any Mario character over and over again until I died,
Mm-hmm.
I would draw Bowser over and over again until I died. You've sculpted Bowser a lot. I think you have to draw Mario, sculpt Bowser. Just kidding. Sculpt Mario and Bowser.
Is this like the Mary beep kill?
Oh, goodness.
Like you have to draw, sculpt,
No,
and marry one?
We're not. Okay, if I had to draw a Mario character. Okay, actually, you know what? Go for you. Draw, sculpt, marry.
Draw, sculpt, and marry. This is our new game. Draw, sculpt, and marry. It's a great game. Let's see. I would always draw Mario,
Why?
of course. What? It's Mario, of course.
Okay.
I would always sculpt Bowser, and I would marry Luigi,
Oh, obviously.
of course.
I would always draw Toad.
Toad.
Easy. Easy
Toad.
peasy. I would sculpt Waluigi.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I don't think I'd marry anybody from that universe.
No, not one, huh?
No. Maybe I can also marry Luigi.
Luigi's just a pushover, so it's
Yeah,
like
he's just a guy you settle town with. He's a sweetie.
you settle for Luigi.
Oh no, you're not settling for Luigi. I don't think. He's a pretty big guy. I mean,
He's
it
tall.
only goes up to Mario from there. That's pretty much the peak of their whole thing. I am struggling with the proportions on this lady deer.
Are you?
Yes.
Well, is it kind of realistic, like proportionally? Do you think?
No.
No.
I think
I
a deer
am
with
not
this
looking. I am waiting.
head compared to their body would not survive too long in the wild.
I do not want to know. I'm gonna hold off until the end.
Maybe I'll just put my own spin on her.
Spin on
Maybe I'll
her.
make her even taller and more like delicately framed.
Okay.
Because
I'm
I
putting
can't
my own spin on Cornelius. I'm not sticking too close to my reference, but somewhat. I'll get it just enough to where, you could look at it and say, that's Cornelius.
Oh, that's Cornelius. That's how he looks.
So yours is not going super well. You're struggling?
No, I just need to I just need to keep finagling. This is the first time I've ever tried to draw a stylized cartoon deer. So
Ooh.
there's some workshopping going on over here.
I've sculpted some deer in my time.
Yeah, you've sculpted the Prince of the Forest. I remember that one.
That was quite a while ago by this point, but yes, from Bambi.
Okay,
Bambi's
so
dad.
Bambi. Draw, marry, sculpt.
Draw, sculpt, marry. Let's see. Draw Bambi, sculpt the Prince of the Forest, and marry
His mom.
his mom, the
His
mom
mom
deer.
that dies.
Oh wow.
That's the first time. Like that's one of the first time we're exposed to an animal traumatically dying
Yeah.
in Disney.
Oh gosh.
Apart from like
The
Littlefoot's
lion.
mom.
What about the Lion King? Oh, the Littlefoot one.
Oh, I just remember sobbing as a like
Sobbing.
5-year-old, just coming upstairs. Mom, you'll never believe what happened. Littlefoot's mom died.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so
And
traumatized.
this was just last week.
My mom was visiting.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing.
Abby, no. Whenever I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on Drawbli before, but whenever we're watching a show and like something traumatic happens, even though I like won't react at all, like I won't do anything, but Abby will be like, "No, Ben, it's okay. They're just wearing a mask." They're just like
Even if there's no costumes.
they're just like they're actors, but Abby will just say, "No, they're just wearing a mask. It's okay."
Somebody just dies.
Yeah.
He's just wearing a mask, Ben. It's
Oh
not
my-
real.
And I'm just sitting over there, like, sipping some
Love it.
tea, like, okay.
Like that guy's head just exploded. You're just like, this is fine. I've seen this before. I jump, like, because it's scary. And, oh, Ben, it's okay. Let's see here. Maybe she just needs a slightly bigger head. Let's see if I can just improve the size of her head a little.
Look,
Little eraser.
I've always said in all my courses that if you're struggling, just make the head a little bigger, guys. That's the secret.
I feel like that's not a fact for real life.
So
Maybe for babies, but not for adults.
funny enough, no.
Please keep going with this. Funnily or funny enough?
I'm gonna go with funnily.
Funnily?
Funnel cake enough. Sculptors tend to make heads and hands too small. So something that I kind of started doing a while back was when you start sculpting a head, I will just make it starting out initially a little larger, and the hands as well, a little larger than they need to be. And somewhere along the process at the end, they end up working out to being just about right where they need to be, proportionally. And at least digitally, when sculpting a face, a lot of that process is kind of like subtractive. You're like carving into your shape. So at least in my mind, that is kind of what adds up to or why that occurs. But yeah, that's my hot tip for sculptors out there.
I like that.
That's how old Benny Boy does it.
You got quite the way about you for that.
It's hot tips
Hot
here
tips
on Drawbli.
here on Drawbli. Can't get them anywhere else.
Do you have any hot tips
For drawing?
for anything?
Oh, you know what used to be hot was when I used to be into making burgers by taking a frying pan and putting the whole thing in the oven after I'd seared the patty on both sides. 'Cause
This
I
is
had
pretty
this
common
Bob's
technique.
Burger cookbook. Yeah, well, one day it was new to me, as everything is new to people at
Oh,
one
okay,
point.
okay,
So
yeah.
this was
But
pretty...
you do have to make sure you're very careful pulling that out of the oven.
Well, so here, in pulling it out of the oven, yeah, actually you do, because it started out where and I did this multiple times. At first, I would reach into the oven to pull it out with my hand because my brain and my hand didn't connect.
Your brain and your hand.
And I would reach out and grab it from the oven, and that's how I burned my hand probably the first time. Then, trial and error, I learned that nope, can't reach into the oven to grab that pan. That's hot. So I would get to the point where I could reach in with an oven mitt and pull it out and put it on the stove. And then I would grab the handle as it sat on the stove.
Oh no.
So that would have really hurt, and there would be tears, and it was sad. And it was always like right as I was getting ready to go somewhere, because I was.
Because you're making a burger right before you leave, of course.
There was
the
a
American
time
way
where it was actually right before I was gonna go somewhere. I don't know why. I just had to eat something. And
I just gotta make a burger real
I was
quick.
Really in the burger making zone. So eventually I wised up and I got Post-it notes. And every time I made burgers, I would get a Post-it note and put on it
No
like
grab.
hot, do not touch, and have to put it on the stove because my brain didn't connect because I had never put frying pans in the oven ever.
Abby.
That it was hot.
Abby, a kid touches a hot stove once.
Ben, I am an adult and I don't have the plasticity of the brain that a child has.
You
I
can.
don't
I've
form
learned
the neural
all. Yes,
connections
I
that
cannot learn
children
anything
form.
new. Can't
Not at
teach an
that
old dog
speed.
new. And not at that speed. Just sitting there holding,
It's
melting.
like the corn baller.
Oh God, just stop. Melting your flesh away. Ah.
I should do something.
You did just burn your thumb the other night.
Yeah, that was
This is why.
different.
This is actually why I pull the hot things out of the oven.
I could pull hot things out of the oven.
You sure
too.
can, but I typically am the one to grab the hot things out of the oven.
And I don't mind because they're often heavy, and why not live in the lap of luxury?
The lap of luxury?
Yes.
I thought it was the life of luxury.
No, it's the living in the lap of luxury.
I've been saying it wrong for so long.
Yeah. But anyway, it's what I call luxury. Somebody else pulls the hot things out of the oven.
Living the high life.
Living that high life, though.
Oh, you know what?
What's that?
A while back, I tried that thing where I duplicated my lines.
How'd that go?
And then how'd that go? And then I blurred them slightly.
Yeah. I'm
I think it
listening.
was 7% or something. It's not a lot. I was right there. And it gave it this kind of fun look. I'm going to try that again, but I'm also going to try to change the color of my other lines because they're a little too bright.
Let's see. Duplicate. And then how do you blur them?
You click on the little magic wand and you go to Gaussian blur.
Ah.
Gaussian blur.
Gaussian blur. I'm going to move this under those.
Beautiful. The perfect line art doesn't exist. I'm not entirely sure what that was.
Laughter.
Nyek, nyek, nyek.
No.
It's my new laugh, remember?
I hate it. I don't like your laugh. I don't like your new laugh.
My new laugh.
Yeah.
You better get used to it.
No.
Toots.
No.
This is also my new vocabulary.
I knew a family that had a pet name for their grandma. And
Don't
it was
say.
Toots.
Oh no.
What's wrong with Toots for the grandma?
A grandma's nickname.
Although
is Toots?
I think my mom didn't like it. She was like, "That's a little disrespectful."
A little.
Maybe I made up that she said that.
It just sounds like something my mom would say. Is that what you're saying?
Mom, if you're listening, it does though. You know it does.
Toots is kind of a funny name for a grandma.
Well, they loved it. They would go over to
They
their
loved
house.
it. They just loved it.
Grandmas love their grandkids. They're like, sure, call me whatever you want.
Call me whatever.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
Nyek, nyek, nyek. Actually, Nyuk 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 reminds me
I
of
hate it so much. I hope you
Snarf.
stop doing it.
Never. Never.
I hope you stop so much.
I will never, ever stop.
My proportions are so off. Her little head is so much smaller.
My proportions are perfect.
Perfect, proportionally perfect in every way. Practically.
Practically perfect. Yeah. Very good.
Yes.
Very nice.
Is good.
So I did that the hard way. I'm gonna try that again. I think I used an additive layer last time, or one time prior, and it worked out very well. Oh, maybe not. Never mind. Forget everything I've just said.
Forget everything. Done. Ooh, we're trying to go bigger.
Oh, I know what's wrong. The clipping mask. I'm so dumb. Of course,
Oh,
the clipping
Ben.
mask.
The clipping mask. Classic.
Classic Ben. Classic clipping mask.
Classic clipping mask. Shenanigans. Ooh,
All right.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
For my finishing details, I'm gonna
Right. Finishing details.
I'm gonna I'm gonna add some light areas and some dark areas. Just a little bit of shading here and there. I have kind of developed this quick shading method that's honestly like a little bit of a toon shader. It feels like a little bit of a cheat, but it kind of works for like a quick shading. It's a fun little technique. You just kind of go around the edges and make it look a little more third dimensional.
I like that. I am going through and erasing some of my hard lines just to kind of soften things up a little. Not
You really clutch it.
the biggest fan of how this one has turned out, but you know, sometimes they just don't turn out the way you expect them to, right?
Honestly, it seems like most of the time for us.
Yeah.
It's not about, well, mine don't turn out the way I expect. They turn out, honestly, nothing I've ever drawn has turned out the way I expected. But it has turned out pretty fun.
You've had some laughs along the way.
Yeah, it's about the friends we made along the way.
Yes.
Exactly. In terms of the darks here, I'm gonna try a softer brush. Soft shade. Oh, you know what? Maybe not. As long as my pen is working, which so far it is. That's what we like. Like things to work.
You can do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Thanks for the vote. Can always count on you for a vote of
I
confidence.
got in there with it. You can do this. My moment. You can do it.
Hey, you got this.
Oh my goodness.
Abby, you also can do this. I don't know what this is for you. I know what this was for me, and I did do it, by the way.
You did. Oh,
I
very
did
good.
do it.
Okay.
For you, I don't know what this is, but you can do it.
Thanks, Ben.
You're doing it. Wait, are you doing it?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Not especially well. But here we go. It's pretty hard. But we gotta wrap up on this show here. Oh goodness gracious.
Now I'm gonna. You can save it. You can save it. I'm gonna give you. We can cut out a little here and there.
Yeah, well.
I'm gonna give you. Let's say 5 minutes. All right.
I don't know. Okay, 5.
What can you do in 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
Look, this is my Christmas gift for you.
Even out
Here
my
on Drawbli.
colors, I can make her look more uniform rather than so
Maybe flip that
messy.
canvas.
Do I dare?
Yeah, flip it. Bop it. Twist it.
Oh, okay. That was helpful, actually. Thank you.
Somebody, so the time-lapse feature on Procreate doesn't show you flipping your canvas.
What?
So somebody was like, you need to flip your canvas. And I was like, I do. It just doesn't show it.
Really?
Yeah.
I just flipped my canvas moments ago.
Yeah, but if you do, well, no,
I have to
on the
announce
the screen. No, Abby. On the screen recording, it shows it because it's just capturing your screen. But when you export a time lapse,
Oh.
that will not show it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying we have to announce every time we flip our canvas.
We have to announce it every time.
Imagine the canvas is flipping here.
Listen closely. Imagine that you took a mirror and put it up. This is taking too long. This dumb texture that I'm putting on this dumb hair.
Dumb hair.
Ah. It's not working. It's not. It just looks like polka dots.
I have polka dots in my drawing, and they look fine. This is still not the best drawing.
I stole a glance, and I did think it looked pretty good. No, it looked good.
Oh, did you think so for real? Oh, you're so sweet. So encouraging.
Smoosh. Nice, good smoosh really puts my heart ablaze. Gotta finish off with some color balance. Never forget the color balance, Abby.
Never forget the color balance. I have to find out what layer I have this goofy thing going on above her ear. No.
What goofy thing are you talking about?
I have some lines above her ear. Oh, there we go. That I wasn't sure what layer they were on that I needed to erase. That I was hopeful to erase, and I just got them. All good. I've kind of abandoned layer management at this point. We're really out of control. We're really in the deep end now, but it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Well, I'm all done.
I'm
with
done.
my beautiful. Oh.
I can be done.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, let me just get my Cornelius all ready to display in his. Oh gosh, Don't look. Oh, you're looking.
Oh, I have to look.
You're looking. I forgot his dumb mouth.
Oh gosh.
I forgot to.
His entire mouth?
Not his entire mouth. Just I forgot to give him a mouth.
At all?
There was a line. Look, just don't worry about it. It's fine. I fixed it. I fixed the mouth. He's got a mouth now. It's there. All right. Here is my Cornelius.
Oh, he looks so good. I like your style so much. It's so like you could just shrink it down and reprint it over and over as like a pattern. Because it's so clean.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
He's fun. He's got like some messiness to him still. You can still see the sketch lines.
I love that messiness. He looks like he could have been a stamp almost.
A stamp?
With that messiness. Yeah, I love that.
But his eyes, they look so dead. Why didn't you tell me?
Let me tell you about some dead eyes over here.
There we go.
Oh, love.
Oh, hello.
Love that. You've done a really good job here. Oh my gosh.
Time to look at Abby's.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ugh.
I know.
No, I'm kidding.
It's really bad.
No, I'm totally kidding. I like yours. I think that in perspective, she feels like a little odd, but I think some structure could have helped you a little more.
Some structure?
Yeah, remember when I did that moose with I kind of outlined some of him?
Yeah.
Do you remember the moose?
Yeah, I do.
Some of that might have helped. Because it feels like as she goes back, her butt gets bigger. Like, even though it's further away from us.
But here's the thing. That is what... Oh,
her butt is big. She's a Pixar mom.
she is a Pixar mom. Look at her.
Well, you are right. I think it's that the stomach maybe dips in, which makes it feel like she's kind of curving with her butt towards us. And then having that almost makes it feel like we can see her butt crack a little.
Oh, no.
Like, it almost feels like the butt is facing towards us. But either way, I think you actually did do a very good job, especially considering the amount of time we had. I think a little extra structure could have helped with the booty. But other than that, I think you've done a very nice job.
Very sweet. You know, you win some, you lose some.
You win some, you lose some. And that's just how it should go. That's why I did a little Cornelius, and he's real easy.
I love that Cornelius.
I want him
so
to be a
much.
Christmas ornament.
You're really good at
I'll
like
sculpt him and
practicing within your scope.
Yeah, well, sometimes. I don't know. Did you see my chinchilla?
Your chinchilla turned out so cute. He was blue. I loved him.
It was actually a Sonic.
It was Sonic's like gentler cousin.
He's really slow.
Yeah, but he's cute though. What do they call him?
Johnny.
No, it's terrible.
Chonic.
Chonkic. Chunk.
Chonic. It's Chonic.
Chonic?
We need to add this. Thanks for watching, everybody. You can join us by sharing your
claymation Christmas characters.
Claymation group online using the
Yeah,
hashtag
play.
Drawbli, and click the subscribe button to be notified of future videos.
Yes.
And this is the part where we say
Goodbye.
goodbye, everybody.
Merry Christmas. I think your chinchilla turned out great.